is great.
I mean, this is great, right?
What do we do? This is great.
I know. We need to be here more often.
Yes.
It's so good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
You still live on a farm.
I still do. I'm never leaving.
And how many animals do we have now?
Oh God. I think it's in the 40s. But I'm counting chickens. I'm counting chickens. They're tiny. They make a, they.
So what animals?
Oh God, everything except a cow, a sheep. We've got a lot of goats. We've got a lot of horses. I'm about to start getting them ready to ride. Oh, that's my donk. That's my donkey boy. His name is Gus, and he's very nice.
And you have a 4- and a 7-year-old. Do they help out around the farm?
They do. Yeah. I mean, the 4-year-old is useless, but the energy is infectious, and he ruins my flow completely. I can hear him. I'd be feeding in the morning because when I'm home, I like to do the feeds. And it's a process. I mean, with all these animals, it's 90 minutes now, each feed. And I'll hear him screaming, running from the house. And I'm like, ugh, I know I love him so much, but now he's gonna disrupt my flow. It's gonna take 2.5 hours. No, it's great.
We have something in common. We both have a bearded dragon. I know.
Can we?
Mine is named Taco.
Let's just talk about that. Sorry.
Well, we thought he was a boy. They are.
Wait, you sexed him?
Well, he turned to a she because it was turned colors, and we thought it was a he, but then she's a she.
Wait, how did you know it was a she?
Because I went to Costa Rica, and they were like, it turns colors, it's a girl.
What?
I know.
So Romeo might also be a she.
Maybe. Wait, how did you even get one?
Well, my daughter wanted an indoor cat, and I was like, let's find another animal that would be easier and wouldn't be on the floor with my very, very old dog. And I was like, bearded dragons. Those are what I've been wanting, so I talked her into it. She was like, that's awesome.
Crickets, lettuce, they love it.
Yeah, well, not even crickets anymore. Now he's into some worms. Oh. How old is Taco?
Taco is
right?
Taco's a year. We haven't gotten
same. Romeo's a year, and he took a massive movement on my head. He was going so fast, and I was like, where is he trying to get to? So that's what I do. In order, if he's constipated, I put him on my head.
Oh my God. I do not do that. Okay, you were the triple threat because you can sing, you can act. You also played the dulcimer on Fallon. Yeah. You were great, by the way.
Thanks. That was not super planned, and that's why I'm just so in awe of the reaction, because it's something that I love to do, and I don't ever share it. So it was nice to have a moment where I shared what I learned, and I love playing Joni. I mean, she's the dulcimer queen, and more people should be playing that instrument because it sounds so beautiful.
The dulcimer, you were so good on it.
Thanks.
Did you grow up listening to Joni?
Not as much. No, I actually grew up listening to Kelly Clarkson.
Me too.
Shout out to her Stronger album, which still to this day is my favorite album of hers. I grew up playing guitar to Beautiful Disasters and all these incredible songs, but when her Stronger album came out, I was actually on tour promoting In Time, this movie I did with Justin Timberlake, and I remember just that whole moment of my life, which was massive, with Kelly in my ears. I forgive you, forgive me. Anyway.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's take a quick commercial break. We have an audience member who can help out. Shannon?
Hi, Molly and Amanda. I love coming to 30 Rock to see a TV taping. This building is incredible. In fact, the first time I came here, I was in high school, and I saw a taping across the hall of The Tonight Show, and you'll never believe who the guest was. It was Amanda Seyfried. It's so good to see you again in person. More with Molly and Amanda after the break.
We're back with Amanda Seyfried. That was a look at her new series. It's called Long Bright River, and it's now on Peacock. This series is based on a book, right? What drew you to it? Because it's a very well-known book.
I know. I wanted to play a cop, and it's set in Philadelphia, which is near and dear to my heart. I grew up in Allentown, which is close. This was the biggest metropolitan area. I got all my culture there growing up. But I felt I owed it to the city, I owed it to where I grew up, and I just wanted to put it was a costume for me. It's a uniform for the real cops out there that risk their lives every day. And it was a challenge for me to try to believe myself in this role. It's like I'm always looking for something that's going to scare me, and it did. It scared me, but I also feel like it's really important to portray real people. And I'm playing like a single mom who's working her butt off on the force and trying to solve these series of murders, and it's intense. But like this woman's a real woman.
She's a real woman. Did you grow up? I mean, did you spend time in Philly as a kid?
I did. Oh my God, I went to the Franklin Institute all the time with Girl Scouts. I saw Les Mis for the first time there, and I saw a lot of NSYNC concerts there. I got really drunk a bunch of times when I was 14 at a place that I shall not name because they're still there, but it's like an institution, dancing on tables.
I love
14. Yeah, how did I, what? But culture, man.
Culture.
Philly.
Just checking out Philly.
It gave me some magic.
Did you get to meet real cops? Because you prep hard for your roles. I've known you in many instances, and you get in there.
I went on a ride along.
How was that?
It was crazy. Well, actually, Liz, who wrote Long Bright River, who's here, she went on a ride along years ago to research for this book and to ground this book. She really did all the research for me, kind of. But I went with the same lieutenant. And I met these two female cops with kids, and we went to different places for a couple hours, traffic stop, ended up in a situation that I didn't expect, but that's what being a cop is like. That's what, life, it twists, the day can be one thing and then another thing.
It can be, giving tickets to finding a body.
Exactly.
You never know.
And to watch them
I know.
Communicate with the people, the civilians, is incredibly impactful and informative for me as an actor. It was an amazing opportunity.
And what do you think the most interesting part of the officers' lives is for you?
Oh God, just that they're in service to us. They're protecting, the good ones are protecting us, and we need them because
We do.
We need the dignity and the moral solidity of these women I've met, especially
And some are
I
single
trust
moms,
them.
some are doing it all.
They're doing it all, and how do we balance that? It's hard.
Mom guilt.
So much.
I know.
What is mom guilt? What
Like you're working
is that
hard, you're
about?
momming hard, or you're
And you want to be
working
there
hard.
for your kids, but you also want to show them what it is to work and to like your job. And these cops, these women, they take their job very seriously, and they're very good at it, and they're very human, and they recognize the human beings in all of us. And we go to work, I love acting, I love my job, and I need my kids to see how happy I am, and your kids need to see you like lighting up the
Hosting
screen
the Kelly
here.
Clarkson
Exactly. It's like these are opportunities that make us that fulfill us, and so is motherhood. It fulfills us too, but both things can be true.
Both things can
So
be
let's
true. But
let go of the mom guilt a little
Shall
bit.
we? Let's do it.
Let's go get a drink
No
after
more mom
this.
guilt. You started a company with your childhood
God.
friend. Tell me.
Make it cute. Okay, so I also have I'm a businesswoman as well. Do you remember the pandemic? We had a lot of time. We were not, there was nothing really happening. And so my girlfriends, we grew up together, and we all have kids around the same age, and we were all thinking of the things that we kind of wish we could do differently or we could have differently. And our houses during the pandemic were just a mess. And we were like, what if we created a playhouse that was really cute looking, really chic, like for us to look at. And inside they can do whatever they want with it, and it's sustainable. And we were like, okay, we're gonna do this. We're gonna make this playhouse, and we did. And they're so wonderfully.
Oh my God,
they're so
amazing.
I mean, it's a lot to make because it's sustainable. So then we started a real children's brand that is plastic free, really good looking, and fosters imaginative play. We have new insane products coming out that you've never seen before. I mean,
and every
they work
mom
so
loves you
hard
because it looks good in the home.
It looks really good, and honestly, it's been such a journey with us, and we have a give back program like any new business. The responsibility is yours to make sure that you give back. We plant a tree for every playhouse sold.
So
we have a partnership with the American Childhood Cancer Organization. We're doing a lot of good with it. So yeah,
It's
shout out to
amazing.
Anna
I'm so
Maureen at Make It
excited.
Cute.
Woo!
I know.
We need another short break. Be sure to check out Amanda's series, Long Bright River, on Peacock. And as we mentioned, the series is based on the book. And for those of you in the audience, not only can you watch the story, but you can read it because you're all going home with a copy of the book. Woo!
We do not dress like that on the show, do we?
No, we do not.
Looking very good.
How you doing?
Did you guys meet on the show? Did you know each other before?
No, we didn't know each other before. We met on Zoom.
You met on Zoom.
Yeah, I was in the north of England filming, and you were here, I believe.
And your cats were jumping up on your
They
shoulder.
were jumping off my shoulders.
They're just like-
Yeah, and Amanda's team and my team were trying to get us together, and then one day, and it wasn't working, and one day a text message pops up on my screen, and it's Amanda Seyfried saying, can we just forget everybody else and just talk? And we did, and it was fantastic.
It's so good. It's like you dance within the series, and you go back and forth, and you play tennis. The series is so good. Did you have a familiarity to Philly before shooting the show?
No, I only knew Philly through friends, but I was filming here a few years before filming this, and I had read about Kensington, funnily enough, and the opioid epidemic, and it really captured me. So when I got this and I read, Liz and Nikki's amazing work, I went back to that article and I did a deep dive into Kensington, and it was very interesting.
I love it. In the series, Mickey's comfort is music, and I hear you like a little bit of music.
Yeah, I might possibly, know how to play the congas.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that keeps me calm a couple of hours a day just practicing.
Did he
with my
play
hands.
on set in his
No.
trailer? He didn't give you a
I was that kid at
performance?
school that was always doing that and tapping and
Rhythm.
It seemed like
The rhythm.
got
He's
rhythm.
got it.
It seemed like an easy progression.
And you're a dancer, I hear.
I used to be.
Oh.
I did train as a professional dancer.
Did you really?
Yes, yeah, as well as acting. So in between acting gigs, I was with a contemporary dance company. I would go off on tours to Germany and Europe and do all sorts of things.
And when did you start that?
I started dancing when I was 7. Wow. But I started with the company. I trained all during college, trained as an actor, a singer, a dancer. And when I was about 19, I joined the company. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I thought, while I was young and fit, why not? Let me just do this.
Young, hot, fit. And if that weren't enough, I hear you write a little poetry.
I do write poetry.
You're like the triple threat. we're swooning over here. How has poetry helped you?
It's been fantastic. I suffer mental health issues, depression, and all kinds of other things to do with the mental health. And writing poetry for me was therapeutic. It was cathartic. A lot of the things that were coming out my mouth, they weren't making much sense, but when I put them down on paper, this language came out that really spoke to me and was able to speak to others. So, it's been a real comfort for me, a real comfort for me.
I love that. I heard you recently spoke at an elementary school.
I did.
How was that?
Oh, those kids were fantastic.
Oh, I have a sixth grader.
They were so good. But my God, do they take up so much energy. They zapped my energy, but in the best way. They left me feeling energetic at the same time, but my God, they're tiring.
Did they get into it?
Oh, they were fantastic. So they were doing a poetry recital, and I was asked, my cousin works at that school, and they asked me to come in and could I do some coaching with them to get them to, come out of themselves. And they started off really, really shy.
Imagine Nicholas Pinnock coming to your school. That would be so fun.
No, they were great. It started off really shy to begin with, but by the end of the session, we did about 2 hours, they were thriving, absolutely thriving.
Have you ever gotten to go back to your school, Amanda? She's still
Oh, yeah, no, I was just thinking about, how lucky those kids are, but how lucky I was to have you there shooting the show with. I was just, your energy is so, you're like a pole. You're just so, you can hold on to you and, everything will be okay. You're just, so calm and, I was just thinking about how lucky we are, because you really are you're great. You're really inspiring.
Oh, you're great.
No, we had a nice time. I did visit my high school, and I never dreamt about it again. You know what I mean? You know how it comes back to haunt you? Do you ever have dreams about going back to school and being naked and forgetting?
Yeah, they're never good.
Your teeth falling out.
I have not dreamt about my school since I went back and visited.
That's so fun.
So you guys should all do that.
We have to do another commercial break. Everybody give it up once more for Amanda and Nicholas. You can see our new series, Along by River on Peacock.